All right, Birdie, tell us what you are having for your gourmet dinner tonight.
I am having Korean barbecue ramen.
Well, that sounded good. I'm curious. I was afraid to get it because I didn't know if I wouldn't like it. I hate to waste a meal, but let me know
Yeah,
how it is. You might get it next time.
got all kinds
Got
of
this
stuff
little
with it.
sauce packet to go in it, and
Yeah,
cool. It's got this water boiling there. It's got this jet boil thing. Really heats water in like a minute, right?
it's
Less
like
than a
100
minute.
seconds. Yeah.
100 seconds. And I was in the grocery store today, so I picked up a ham sandwich. I'm gonna have a ham sandwich and some these cheddar fries. I love these things. And I packed out a whole bunch of this. They had free mayonnaise packets, so I got a whole bunch of these to throw in my sandwich. And we also got back to where the parking was, and there was a cooler, a Trail Magic that we got before, and it was still full of Cokes, so we grabbed us another drink
Yeah.
and packed it out up here. We did a 2.4 mile climb to the top of this mountain, and now we're sitting here relaxing. So we're at this beautiful camp spot. Here, let me show you this. Turn the camera. We did 11.8 miles. We're at 975.5. This is a beautiful camp spot called Moby Campsite. There's some campsites up each one of these trails. I'm camped back up here in this little one over here. You can see my tent. And Birdie's at this one. Look at this. They got benches here for us. This is like an actual campground that you would stay at and pay money for. And all pleasures of the AT. So you guys gotta come out here and try this and sweat with us and kill yourselves and hurt your knees climbing all these mountains. You're gonna have a ball. Morning, everybody. It's morning of day 82. Just leaving Moby Campground here behind me. Beautiful campground. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Like I said, it was the place you would see at a campground. And now we're headed this direction, head north on the AT, which is all downhill for now, thank God. And then we are gonna go, I think, 16 miles today. It's supposed to be like a parking lot, dirt parking lot. We're gonna try to camp near there somewhere if we can find a good stuff spot. That's the goal. So onward we go. Lots of climbing today. Not looking forward to this. Yeah. Plus got the roller coasters coming up. All right. Nice little bench here to sit on. In the middle of this field, I guess you call it. It's an overcast day today. Not too hot. Maybe 70s or something right now. So kind of feels kind of good out actually. We're heading way up there, so here we go. All right, we stopped and had lunch at the shelter back there. Not much to video today, just woods and walking, so kind of boring day today. A lot of climbing though. You got like 4,000 foot total climb. For lunch I had some chicken packet on a tortilla and some fruit snacks, little cheese and crackers. Had some of those, and that's about it really. Drank a bunch of water. Now I'm just hiking. Show you the trail at least. At least I can show you this part for today. It's a nice day out today. It was overcast earlier, now the sun came out. And it rained for just a few minutes, just like a little drizzle. And it kind of went away. So lots of rocks in the trail today. Not like easy walking. Stuff like this, you're walking over and down, stuff like this. But we're making it. We got 1 mile to go to this next shelter. We're going to stop and just take a break. Then we have one more big climb up, then a big down, and then another small up to our camp spot for the night. And I'll show you that once we get there. So, hope everybody's having a fantastic day at home in Florida in the AC, or wherever you're watching from. We're out here in the heat. As it's warmed up now, it's not chilly anymore. It's hot again. So I don't understand this crazy weather, but I'd rather be hot than cold any day. I'll gladly take this. This is nice. All right, y'all take care. So we decided to take a break here outside the shelter. And I found out today is National, you ready for this? Hike Naked Day. But as you can see, I am not participating. No way. That's not for me. And thankfully, I haven't seen anybody else do it either today. So, but I thought you might want to know that. So, just a little FYI. Well, I guess we're back in a state park here. I don't know the name of it, but beautiful fields here walking through, full of high grass. And the trail's been really flat through here, so I'm especially thankful for that. Just enjoying the walk right now. Got 1.9 miles to go where we're staying tonight. So happy about that. And there's a road crossing down here, and I'm hoping, praying there's some trail magic there. We'll see. There's a good chance, but not as much trail magic once you pass Damascus. Harder to find, but there is still trail magic, so our hopes are high. Nothing like at the end of the day, getting some trail magic right before you stop. So we'll see. Alright, we're sitting here at our so-called stealth site. It's a parking lot. We're at mile marker 992.2, 992.2. We did 16.7 miles today. I just finished eating some mashed potatoes and beef jerky. And Birdie had, what'd you have?
I had beef ramen.
Beef ramen for him. And this guy who was here earlier left us a big old huge piece of blueberry cake. We split that. That was, oh,
Pretty good.
that was amazing. That was the best I had in a long time.
Huh.
And this other guy pulled up in a car. He gave us a bunch of water, plus he gave us some applesauce. And he took our trash for us too, so Birdie said from now on he's going to camp at parking lots. The trail magic you get here is amazing.
This comes every night.
So tomorrow we get the roller coasters. Dreading that, but we'll see how it goes. May not be that bad. Alright, good morning. It's morning of day 83. Just broke camp here at this parking lot. We stayed up over here. But this morning, let me show you here. Brody's foot was hurting last night and it's swollen, so he's going to stay here and we'll try to get into town, get to a doctor and get it looked at and see what the doctor says. So I think it's probably the best idea. So we're going to hurt real bad. No sense trying to hike on and hurt it worse. So that's the plan anyway. I'm going to hike on alone and we'll see what happens and hopefully we can get back on trail and it's not nothing serious. We'll see. So y'all have a good day. Let's see, bugs are bad. Alright, I finally reached the point I've been dreading. We turn the camera around. Hiker warning, entering the roller coaster. Have a great ride. Trail boss and crew. This here, from here to Harper's Ferry, 14 miles. Just straight up, straight down. Straight up, straight down. So it's supposed to be pretty tough. Been dreading it, but here I am. I gotta knock it out, get it done. So here we go. Yuck. Alright, I made it to the top of the first one. It's not straight up, it's a little twisty and windy. A lot of rocks. And I want off this thing. I don't like this ride. This ride's horrible. Alright, still doing the roller coasters. This is horrible. But I hit the 1,000-mile mark, so that's a good thing. At least gone 1,000 miles. Oh my goodness, what an awful day. Did the roller coasters, well, about 80% of them, maybe 90%. Got a few more hills to climb to be done with them, but rained and poured on me today. Got soaking wet. My hair's still wet. Had to get my tent set up. Now it's quit raining now, so the sun's came out again, but clothes are soaked to the bone. All my stuff is dry, but my clothes I had on were soaking wet. So I'm at 1,009.1. I did 16.8 miles today in all this garbage. But the good thing is tomorrow we'll get this tiny bit and I'm done with it. Done with the roller coasters. They are horrible. They are like, I'm talking like steep. Climbing up over all these rocks and steps. It's awful. The hardest day on the trail I've had is today. He wasn't lying when Joe said how hard it was. This is terrible. But I'm in the tent. I'm going to step outside since the sun's out. I'm going to hang my clothes up and hopefully they'll dry a little bit. And I'm going to eat some dinner. Get back in here and relax. Try to see if I can find out what happened to Brody. I haven't heard from him yet, so we'll see. Good morning. It's morning of day 84. I'm sitting in my tent still because it's been raining all night long. Excuse Excuse me. So I slept in a little bit. Almost 8 o'clock, about 7:30 in the morning. Normally I'm on the trail this time, but it was just raining anyway. But the bad thing is, my clothes are soaking wet. I had them hanging out last night to dry a little bit, and it rained again. So I have wet socks, wet clothes to put on. I have some dry ones in my bag, but I won't wear those and get those wet too. So I get to put on wet, cold clothes this morning and go hike in the rain and pack up in the rain. So it's not a pouring rain, but it's just a little light drizzle. So it's supposed to stop later on. But the fun part is getting up in all this. I'm not looking forward to that. But I've only got, I think, 14 miles to go today to my next campsite. I could hike on into town. I could be there today easily, but I hate getting into town, having to rush. So I'm going to just camp out tonight, and then tomorrow morning I'll be in Harper's Ferry. So anyway, that is the plan. So y'all have a great day. Wish me luck. Oh boy, I haven't videoed much today because it's been nasty out. Let me show you. This is the weather today. Rainy and drizzly. And all my clothes are still soaked from last night. So they're drying out some, but they're still wet. Stopped at the shelter here. This is David Lesser shelter, it's called. Eat some lunch, and I got a 3-mile hike to, there's a convenience store that has a deli and a bunch of snacks and stuff. So I'm going to go hike 3 miles and then go there. Get another bite to eat, and then I'm going to have 3 more miles from there to my campsite. And tomorrow morning I just have a real short hike into town. I'll be in Harper's Ferry. Plus, today's been a really good day as far as the trail goes. It's not been too rough. And once I got through the roller coaster part, the rest's been really easy. Well, relatively easy. It's still the AT, but way easier than that stuff. Plus, I noticed a lot of the blackberries are starting to bloom now. I found quite a few of them that are actually black, and so I snacked on about a good handful of those on the way here. That was nice. Had some fresh fruit in the trail. So, gonna sit here for a while, have some lunch until my second lunch coming up, and then on to my campsite. Y'all have a great day. Well, I made it to West Virginia finally. Alright, so I came down to this little gas station, which was 3/10 of a mile from the road crossing. I went ahead and got me a cheeseburger. Let me show you here. Cheeseburger and fries. I got a chocolate bundt cake and a huge Mountain Dew. So this is a nice little afternoon lunch pick-me-up break. Alright, I've been snacking on these today. Blackberries. Some of them are ready. Some of them aren't. Some are still red. Another bush right here. But some of these are just starting to ripe up. So I'm getting these little ones like this. A little tart still, but nice little bit of fruit for the trail. And they're all along here. I've been eating them all day. So as we go along, we get more and more and more. Rain's finally quit for now. I think we're good. Got 4 miles to go to my campsite, and we'll be done for the night. Alright, I finally made it to my campsite. I did 14.2 miles. I'm at 1,023.3. I had my stuff over here. My tent stuff still soaked from last night, so I'm going to dry a little bit before I set it up. Just sitting here relaxing, and let my feet dry too. My feet were soaking wet, so that's what I'm doing. Alright, the sun finally came out, and I was able to get my tent 99% dried up or whatever, so I went walking down the road here, the trail I should say, trying to find some more blackberries to eat, but I didn't see any around here. It's been really nice being able to have fresh fruit right there on the trail you can just pick as you walk along. Got my tent all set up for the night now. My rain jacket's over there drying. Everything else is dry, because finally the clothes I got on I finally dried out too. They were all soaked. So, Birdie's already in town. He's already there. And tomorrow, if it works out, might get to stay at the 12 Tribes Hostel. I don't know if you know about them, but do some research. It's like a cult, but supposed to have really good food and clean place to stay. So if it's cheap enough, we'll maybe stay there just to see what it's like. Who knows?